Definitely a very, very low number of sales overall. So across the board, we're definitely seeing a slower market in all the real estate markets on all the islands, but we're not seeing an overall decrease in prices. Inventory is rising, number of sales is low. We're kind of seeing that trend over and over and over again the last few months. Hey, what's happening, friends? Monthly market report time for the entire state of Hawaii. We're going to jump right into looking at the data here on the Big Island. Let me blow this up and get it a little bit bigger for you guys. So the overall summary for the Big Island is that we're at 2,353 active listings. This number continues to creep up. We've been seeing that over and over and over again the last few months, and 709 listings under contract. What we're going to focus in on today is the monthly comparison to look at what's happening this month versus last month versus a year ago. And so this is for the residential market, so just homes. The high level summary is that the number of sales were 138. Last month it was 169, and a year ago it was 170. So fewer sales happening in the residential market, but prices are not falling. So the median price this month was 574,000, where a year ago it was 504,000. So median price continues to rise, even though the market is slow and we're not seeing that same high level number of sales. The median price is strong. And then we'll look also at the condo market for the Big Island. We're not going to get into the land market this month, but on the condo side of the market, we're seeing a similar trend where we're about even. So 45 current sales versus a year ago was 43, so just about even. But on the median price, we're up to 750,000 this month versus 700,000 a year ago. So median price continues to rise also, even though the number of sales are pretty flat. So let's look at the same data set for the island of Kauai. All right, so on the condo market in Kauai, we're seeing less sales, right? So number of sales were 18, and a year ago it was 22. And then the median price, though, just like we're seeing on the Big Island, 977,000 versus 689,000. So big jump in the median price this month versus a year ago, even though there are fewer sales. And then looking at the residential market on Kauai, we had a few more sales, so 32 sales in the residential market versus 28 a year ago and 29 the previous month. But the median price, we saw a fall. So median price for residential market on Kauai was just over $1 million, $1,059,000, where a year ago it was 1.4 million in the month of February. So that's the only place that we're seeing Big Island Kauai median price going down. And we'll see if that continues to be a trend, or it could just be a thing about Kauai is there's so few sales, right? When there's only 32 sales, a couple of large sales can drag the median price up or down if there's some lower price sales. And so sometimes it's not speaking to the entire market as a whole. It's really just an indication of one part of the market, and it ends up dragging the data up or down. So now we're going to go over and look at the market on Maui. So on Maui, let's go over the sales price, median sales price. We can see it kind of went up and down month over month. It was as low as it's been last month in January at 945,000, but it jumped back up to 1.2 million in the month of February. So median price on average has just been kind of going up steadily, but we saw that kind of drop off in January and it jumped back up in February. And then on the inventory front, so number of homes for sale, we've been seeing that kind of rise steadily. And so we're up to 1,266 homes for sale. And if you look a year ago, it was only 628. So we've seen a complete doubling, 100% more homes are for sale this February versus last year, which is a crazy increase. And that's definitely something that we've been seeing in the Maui market. And the number of closed sales, guys, is as low it can possibly be, right? So only 98 closed sales. And then as we get to the number of closed sales, if we look at the trend over the last 12 months, the number of closed sales is down to 98. We haven't seen a number this low the entire last 12 months. I've never actually seen it under 100. So almost a record low number of sales on the island of Maui for the month of February. Under 100 sales is definitely an outlier, and we'll see if that continues to be a trend. If you're looking to relocate here on the Big Island, I want to share with you a resource that we put together. Over 80 agents from my team, expert agents here on the Big Island, put together a relocation guide that will help you evaluate all of the important factors that you want to take into account before you move here to the Big Island. School districts, healthcare, employment, all of the things that you got to think about, we put into one home buyer's guide that will help you figure out what is best when you start this relocation process here to the Big Island. So if you want this guide, just click on the link below, fill out the form. We will send you the guide for free. And if you want to take the next steps and have a conversation with us, we'd be happy to help. And now let's go over to Oahu, starting with the median price. It's been up and down all over the place. If you flatten this out over the last 12 months, it looks a lot smoother. But median price, interestingly, this is for condos and single family homes, is as low as it's been in the last 12 months. So 680,000 for a monthly data point. So definitely slow there. And then number of homes for sale inventory has continued to rise, and it's at 3,141. About as high as it's been. It was a little bit higher back in November, but we've kind of jumped back up to that high level of inventory, and it's been steady ever since. So like we've been saying, all across the board on every island, inventory continues to rise. And then number of closed sales, again, just like some of the other islands, definitely lower than it's been. So we had 490 closed sales in February, which is about as low as it's been. There was 497 a year ago in January, but no other month in the last 12 months has it been this low. So definitely a very, very low number of sales overall. So across the board, we're definitely seeing a slower market in all the real estate markets on all the islands, but we're not seeing an overall decrease in prices. Inventory is rising, number of sales is low. And we're kind of seeing that trend over and over and over again the last few months. But all in all, it feels like a very balanced market. It feels very even. So if you're on either side of the buy or sell, on the buy side, you have a lot more options than you've had in a very long time, and you have some room to negotiate with sellers because there's more properties in the market, more competition. Properties are sitting a little bit longer. So as a seller, the best thing you can do in this market is be competitive with price. Don't be ambitious with price. Look at what the comps are. Trust your agent. Understand what the market is doing. And if your timeline requires a faster sale, you're going to have to price based upon that. Well-priced properties are still selling very quickly. It's the ones that are being ambitious and kind of overpricing the market, which are sitting and not selling. We're seeing a lot of expired listings, which we haven't seen in a very long time. So take that into consideration, whichever side you're on, but no huge alarms, no crisis coming. The market is pretty steady and just feels normal, which I think is a good thing and is welcome after years and years of craziness. So if you have any questions, you can always reach out, Dylan@buybigisland.com, or there's always a link in the description below to book a meeting with me, and I'll bring on a market expert in from the island that you're looking at when you do that. So you'll get double the brain power in that meeting. Always appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next month's market report. Aloha.